Ol Dangleweeds presents the Podracecast, the Podracecast. It's a Podracecast. It's a podcast about pod racing. Oh, this is what I call pod racing, or rather talking about pod racing.
Yo! Thanks for tuning in. We're the Ol Dangleweeds here. It's your boy G.
Represent. Oh, and I'm Rex.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. And what you're listening to here is, well, we were thinking about it. Star Wars videos, that's one thing. Everybody's doing those. But Star Wars podcasts, nobody's doing that.
Hell yeah,
so,
nobody doing that.
Yeah, we wanted to get our voice in the arena of podcasting. And I was thinking, podcasting. That's such a weird word. Kind of sounds like pod racing. And that's something we both love pod racing. A lot of people make fun of it in Phantom Menace, you know.
Yeah, I got a club going out down the street, to be honest with you.
You got a club going on?
Yeah, it's down in my neighborhood. We don't really have pods, we just kind of use trash cans, but imagination's half the battle.
Dude, imagination's what George Lucas was all about, so that's why we figured in this day and age of forgetting the prequels, we got to carry the torch, talk about pod racing on a podcast. This is the first inaugural episode of the Podracecast. Our tagline, of course, being, now this is talking about pod racing. But if you're thinking that, they're probably just going to essentially do what any Star Wars lore video does and just read a Wikipedia page slightly altered, you're wrong.
Yeah, fuck that shit.
Yeah, fuck that shit. We're going to give our own take on this. So, let me see. I have my notes here. So, pod racing was a popular sport in the less developed regions of the galaxy and was one of the most dangerous sports ever invented. Racers losing their lives during competitions was commonplace. Pod racers were small, one-man repulsor craft composed of an anti-gravity pod propelled by one or more pairs of large turbine engines. Now,
this is detailed.
Yeah, I know. Those are my words. Those are definitely my words, and not the words of the Legends page on Wikipedia. But
oh no, that would be damn dumb.
That'd be dumb. But when you think of pod racing, what do you think of?
When I think of pod racing, dude, the first thing that comes to my mind is popsicles, you know, because like around the time Phantom Menace came out, there's some of those little pod pops, they called them. Man, those were so yummy. They had all they had all the flavors. They had a Neva Kee flavor. They had
Neva Kee.
What's that guy? Bull's Roar, dude.
Wait, so were they like the little double stick popsicles, but like two pods?
Yeah, kind of. They had like a little like lever on the bottom that you kind of flipped up and they popped out, you know, and then you kind of licked on them. I guess they're more like suckers than popsicles, but
pod racer popsicles. Popsicles. Let's see.
You gotta make sure you spell popsicle the right way.
Huh.
Because otherwise something else will come.
Wait, what the fuck? Wait, they really...
Yeah, oh yeah, you saw that, huh?
Oh, I see someone made their own custom ones. It looks like. These are just drawings of characters on it. Are you sure you ain't pulling my pod?
Dude, I would never pull a pod of yours, dude.
Oh, dang. So, I guess they just... they were called podsicles?
I totally grew up with them, though. Those same ones that you're looking at. That's legitimate, dude. Like, yeah, see, they have Ben Quadraneros, Gazgano, they had Anakin Skywalker.
Which you're right. I found a stock image of children eating popsicles. You are correct. Popsicles did exist.
Yeah, dude.
All right.
Of course, man.
But what did Neva Kee
But anyway, that's
like?
what I think of. Neva Kee, oh man, he was like this weird, like, grape drink kind of thing, you know?
Oh,
it was like
so
a grape
Neva
drink
Kee.
flavor.
Scissor.
Yeah,
but we're getting way ahead of ourselves. For someone
Yeah.
only familiar with the sequel trash and not into the pod racing, they probably like Neva Kee. What, like Neva Kee a car? Yeah, you get arrested for doing that. No, Neva Kee. We'll get to Neva Kee. But first off, why they call them pod races? You think? Like pod
That's
people?
a good question. I don't know.
I
You
mean,
got any
George loves
theory
his like
about that?
60s sounding sci-fi, like Attack of the Clones, Invasion of the Pod People. Maybe some sort of
Yeah, true.
pod thing. But is
That
the
was probably
pod
my
what you sit
favorite
in?
sci-fi movie. But yeah, I don't know.
Or is that the engines?
Actually, like, I always thought it was kind of cool if you took pod and then flipped it around.
Doc?
It's still spelled pod, you know?
It's
You
spelled.
know, if you just flip the D to the P, you know, you flip it around.
If you
it's
flip
still,
it
I
twice,
thought that was cool.
it's still pod.
I thought, yeah, so I thought there was like a symmetric, kind of asymmetrical word.
You know,
And kind of pod racers are
when
kind of
you're right,
asymmetrical. if you
You're
think
very
about
right. It does say here that the pods are essentially what you sit in, and then the engines pull you along. Okay. So besides housing the
Oh,
racer's
yeah,
pilot, each pod contained a repulsor lift engine that kept the craft at a specific low-level altitude. Oh, so they're like low riders.
Oh, okay.
Low riders.
Yeah, in a way they were.
Low
Dang, those are all in your notes, huh?
rider.
Man,
Yeah.
you're really detailed.
Yeah, I'm learning stuff that I knew when I wrote the notes, but forgot, I guess. Man, the turbine engines were incredibly powerful and were connected by an energy binder. That's that thing that Jar Jar licks and he goes, "Oh no."
Oh,
Fucking
yeah,
idiot.
yeah.
I love
Yeah,
that asshole.
yeah. No, but yeah, he's my favorite Star Wars actor, but man, he's a lovable idiot.
A
That's for
lovable
sure.
asshole. Pod racing was
Oh, yeah.
popularized in the Outer Rim territories. Okay. Its underground nature.
Oh, yeah,
So
what?
it is sort of like a fight club. Or like
It is.
dog fighting.
Or like, you know, Fast and the Furious, really.
Oh, good.
Kind of inspired.
Good point. That's what we need as a Star Wars story. Like, get the Fast and the Furious. Was
Oh,
it James
yeah.
Wan or what's that guy that always does those movies? And get him to do a underground racing story. Oh, that'd be badass.
Yeah, that'd be awesome, dude.
What would that be
And
called?
Vince Diesel, dude.
Who? Vin Diesel.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Vince Diesel, dude.
Vince Diesel. Oh, fuck yeah. Or even Vince
That
Vaughn.
was so awesome.
Yeah, Vince Vaughn.
Yeah, either one. Battle of the Vinces, man.
Yeah, man.
I mean,
Vince
he's not
Diesel.
even in his. He got kicked out of the Fast and Furious movies, so this would be a
Good
great
point.
time for a comeback.
Vince Diesel could play like Odie Mandrell.
Oh,
He's got the
perfect
neck.
casting.
He's got the neck.
Odie Mandrell had a pretty sweet pod, dude. Though, not gonna lie.
True. Yeah, so my first introduction to pod racers was actually the game before the movie. Before I even saw the movie, I got the game, and I was like, hell,
Game's
now
pretty good.
this I can get behind. You played the same game, I think.
It was. Oh yeah, dude. It was great, dude. That's how you know you were born in the '90s, dude. If you didn't play that, dude.
Yeah, if you didn't play Episode
that,
1
dude.
Racist, if you didn't play Episode 1 Racist, you are not a 90s kid.
Yeah.
That
That
was-
was my favorite. Episode 1 races.
That was
Yeah.
such a good game. Because, I mean, it really made you feel like you were a racist, like, in the race, like, just like flying the pod racer. Let's see. Human pod racers were uncommon on Tatooine by 32 BBY. Now, the BBY, I think we talked about this, but does that have anything to do with BB-8?
I thought, yeah, no, that's a good question. Maybe it's like his
I
mom.
think it's like
Maybe
before
because like,
BB
oh no,
year.
it's his dad, right? Because like in
Oh.
genetics, if you're XY, you're a dude. So
Oh, yeah,
maybe X must have been
BBY.
his mom.
So they
So
kinda-
BY must be
there
his
must have been
father.
some important droid that they measure all years by.
Yeah. I don't know if I actually read that graphic novel that he's from. Did you? I don't know if I ever picked it up.
Oh, you gotta get
I forgot
around
what it
to
was
it.
called.
But yeah, it says apart from Anakin Skywalker, it was mostly dominated by non-humans. So I think you even brought that point up in your recent playthrough. Got to plug our other videos of the Episode 1 video.
Oh
game.
yeah,
Computer game, rather.
yeah.
You were like, oh yeah, did humans race in the pot? And apparently, they did not. Because of
that's
their
pretty- yeah,
physical
that's-
attributes, as well as extra pairs of hands, came in handy. That's interesting. Only one.
I feel like it's a good discussion topic right
Yeah,
there.
it's kind of like nowadays, certain people entering into certain worlds of sports and people saying it's an unfair advantage. What about the extra pair of hands?
But I want to know, because like this is something that I'd never really understood. Because you look at each pod racer is as unique as their pod. It's not like, I mean, sure, there's this kind of rough form they'll have, like 3 pieces you could
Oh, yeah,
say floating around. But they're all very unique looking.
God only made one,
why
Neva Kee.
couldn't- Yeah, exactly. So I just don't get, like, you look at Neva Kee's pod racer, it's a completely different style. So why couldn't a human just make a different kind of pod racer that worked better for him, you know?
That's a good.
I never got
A
that.
human could have a pod that, like, in the pod, it has like robotic extra arms you could like strap on. And what does an extra arm
Right.
help with? Like, are there multiple gear shifts or something?
Yeah, I don't know, man. I mean, look at Ben Quadraneros. He had like 4 engines, but he blew himself up.
Yeah,
you know? So what
sometimes
does that
more ain't
say?
better. More engines, more problems. But
Yeah, but you know what? The main problem with pod races is that I don't agree with.
oh yeah,
It's that there's not enough female mechanics who work on the pods.
That's a good
Because
point,
I was
yeah.
thinking like some of them look a little too masculine, but if they're, you can
it's
make
all
the
pit
pod
droids
engines
nowadays,
look a
right?
little more female.
It's fucking pit droids.
Yeah,
Droids don't
what
have
is it
gender.
with that?
I mean, what's
Yeah,
her
I
name?
know.
T311, the one that is like, here is your T. Don't mind the poison gas coming out of the floor that is visible for some reason.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, T811.
yeah, that protocol
something.
droid. What a
She
bitch,
was female,
dude.
but why don't they get someone like
Yeah.
her on the pit crew?
Yeah, I think she wouldn't have known
Rose
some
Tico,
stuff
she can
besides
fix
killing.
stuff, so it's like been proven that
Yeah.
women can do things.
Yeah,
And like, dude,
yeah,
Princess Leia, she can fly. So, I mean,
she can fly.
rest in peace, she can fly. But I mean, rest in peace the character. Fuck Carrie Fisher.
Oh yeah.
Fuck Carrie Fisher. Rest in peace the character. But yeah, I mean, this is because the reflexes needed to control the pod. Aliens have different reflexes than humans. Why aren't? Is that why
Yeah,
there's
what
so
is
many
that?
alien Jedi? Like on the Jedi Council.
Oh, maybe you're right, dude.
Oh. Or is that
Whoa,
just some
dude,
like
maybe-
kind of
whoa.
lazy justification George made for why there's only one human?
No, dude, I think it was all a part of his plan.
Good
Because if you
point.
think about it, like you barely see any human.
If there's
Jedi.
one thing that could be said about George Lucas, he has his detractors, but the man has a plan, and he never
Yeah,
contradicts
yeah.
himself.
No, there's only I think 3 human Jedi. It was just Mace Windu, Anakin, and Obi-Wan. Mace died, and Obi-Wan and Anakin just fought forever. There's never another human.
I mean, Qui-Gon,
Whoa.
but he did die too.
Oh well, yeah, he died as
I
well.
can't think of many others. I think that was because, see, that was sort of them trying to do the diversity thing before everyone else, except George was ahead of the game. He was like, diverse
Yep,
humans?
Yeah.
Fuck. That's like ancient history woke. I'm beyond that. How about diverse aliens?
Oh yeah, yeah. No, I think you're right.
Because, I mean, humans are boring. They all look the same. Aliens are cool.
Yeah. No, yeah, you're right, man. I think that's what he's been trying to tell us the whole time.
Now, I'm thinking we could probably, along the line, maybe, like, spotlight certain racers for the episodes, but this is the first episode. Let's talk about the birth of the sport. Here's a little quote I remember writing down while I was reading some of the lore from Olda, a character named Olda. It says, pod racers, you have to wonder whether they have half a brain left because they used to race, or they used to race because they had half a brain left. That's the Olda I
Some
know.
Confucius shit, dude.
Yeah, I kind of forget who Olda is. Let me look that up on Google here. Olda. Who's Olda?
Old, yeah, I don't.
Olda. It kind of sounds like
I can't put a face to that name.
Oh, Olda was the first wife of Kitster Chanchani Banai, who had left her for an employee of Olda's, Tamora Spice. Okay, that tells me nothing.
Yeah, that's pretty interesting. You wrote that one down.
Yeah.
All those years ago when you compiled.
Oh, okay. So she maintained the old Mos Espa Grand Arena in time to help Han and Leia in their search for painting. Oh, man. These notes of mine are almost like an interconnected series of encyclopedia entries I could just go down a rabbit hole on.
Yeah,
Okay.
pretty impressive.
Man, but yeah, I won't do that. So yeah, besides, where was I? While the first race and racers are lost to history. Oh, that's a shame. Pod racing traces roots back to the days of animal-drawn carts. That's crazy.
Oh.
So, back in
that's
the
like
day-
Baba Joe.
Oh yeah, Baba Joe. He is like a pod racer. I mean, he's like a pod.
Yeah.
I wonder if like
He is like a
the
pod.
Sebulba of the olden days, he'd throw like a sugar cube out and like it would distract the other person's animal.
Whoa.
And they'd be like, whoa,
yeah.
whoa, 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 playing dirty with the sugar cubes.
Yeah, I'd actually talking about the Phantom Menace or the Episode 1 Racer game. Like when you get Saboba, you can like use the flamethrower to shoot out of his engine.
Oh, yeah.
I thought that was just like a completely creative thing from the game, but that's actually from Phantom Menace the movie.
Yeah, I thought so too.
Scene.
I got all mad because as a kid, I created the term OP. I was like, dude, that's OP.
Oh, yeah.
And my uncle was like, what did you just say? And I said, OP, overpowered. I made that up. And then I saw the movie, and I was like, you know what? I relinquished that word. Someone else can make it up. But
I thought you were saying OP like OP from
Oh, the director of
American
Solo?
Graffiti. Yeah.
Oh no, not OP. On Tatooine it says these kart races with animals evolved to incorporate Hano speeders, and these events were held by Boonta the Hutt. Oh, Boonta the Hutt. That's why it's called the Boonta Eve.
Yeah. Oh, it's all connected.
Yeah. So what if Jabba had pod races in his day? Would there have been a Jabba Eve?
Dude.
Boonta. Man.
That would have been crazy.
I kind of want to learn about Boonta the Hutt. I'm going to look
Eve
him up. Let's see here. Boonta Hestelak Shadru. They have last names? Was the Hutt who gave his name to the holiday and the planet previously known as Kovari. Well, I was wondering about that. According to Hutt lore, Boonta the Hutt ascended to godhood after his victories over the Parliament of Morillon and the Empire of Sim. Those don't sound like made-up words in any way. Let's see.
No.
Man, he became a god? Imagine that, a Hutt god. What if God was a Hutt?
Dude, my god is.
Oh, fuck, I got a pop-up ad here in my notes, handwritten notes. That's crazy. That never happens usually with my handwritten notes.
Did you go... Oh, that explains why you went to advertising.
Yeah, advertising
school. Pop-up ads.
It's like Harry Potter, how the paintings like move and stuff. I'm magic too. But yeah, so Boonta the Hutt, huh? We'll have to do a whole nother episode on Boonta. But
yeah, for sure.
Developing across outer rim, blah blah blah. The concept of modern day pod racing was born on Malastare. Okay, Malastare.
Yeah,
that's
represent.
By Alien Racer. The alien racer who created the concept of modern pod racing. We know his name. We know his name.
Oh, yeah, dude.
It's Gustav Wenbus.
Oh. Whoa, really?
Yeah, dang. Gustav Wenbus. Let's see. Gustav Wenbus was a male from Malastare, recognized as the...
A male?
Yeah. Oh. I suddenly lost interest. Why has it always got to be a male? It's boring. But okay.
Well, what kind of alien was he, though?
Let's see. Species. It literally, physical description, gender male. That's all it says.
Wow, what?
Wow. I hate people who just identify
That's a
as
lot of work
male,
you put into those notes, dude.
Yeah, I know. Who wrote this shit? It says, as the developer of modern incarnation of pod racing, while the prototype pod racer pod was created by a mechanic named Phobos, Wenbus entered into a race as the pod's pilot and was remembered by history. So it's kind of like Thomas Edison, like, he didn't really come up with it. That, like, his slave came up with it, but we don't talk about Thomas Edison's slave in the history books.
Yeah, you're right.
Somebody gotta make a movie about that. Man. Damn.
I'm on my way.
Gustav Wenbus, he's sort of like stolen valor. I mean, he didn't create shit, he just flew it.
Yeah.
Phobos created it. Phobos was the creator of the first pod racer I wrote here. An engineer, he was brazen enough to attach a repulsor rift cockpit to 2 jet engines. They have jets in Star Wars? The Phobos Memorial...
those aliens evolve fast.
Yeah. The Phobos Memorial Run race on Malastare was named in his honor. Wait, how'd he die? I just got to know the guy and he's already dead?
Dang. That only sounds like you got a few sentences.
This is crazy, actually. It says the Phobos Memorial Run, also known as the Phobos Memorial Classic, was a pod racing course on Malastare. It was sponsored by Vinta Harvest Ale and Hayor Chal Engineering. So it's like NASCAR. It's like NASCAR.
It is.
That's cool. I never thought about that. I mean, we can't read the language in the movie, but there's probably tons of like brands all over.
Oh, no, for sure, dude.
What do you think Sebulba's sponsor was? Trojan Condom?
Something orange. Like
something orange.
Orange Crush?
Orange Crush.
Orange.
Oh, no, those are probably the Fanta ladies he had with him all the time. They're
Oh,
the Fanta
yeah,
Wanta
yeah,
Wanta
yeah,
Fanta.
yeah.
That's sick dog. Or sick
Oh.
Doug.
That Doug was dug deep into the woman.
Yeah. Jim Jenkins, brand spanking new Doug. But hey y'all child engineer. The race was named after the creator of the first pod racer, Phobos. That's pretty cool. And it was mentioned in Darth Plagueis, the novel. Why would that be mentioned in that novel?
What?
Darth Plagueis is like, have you ever learned how to make someone not die? Oh, and did I mention Phobos, who created pod racing?
Yeah. Have you ever learned how to pod race? Stop many humans
What if
can do it.
Palpatine, that's why he made Anakin with like a propensity for pod racing, because he was a pod racer. Shmi. I mean, not
Whoa,
Shmi,
whoa,
she.
whoa. So we're on the bandwagon that Palpatine created Anakin?
Oh, hell yeah, man. That's long canon.
That's long canon,
I'm pretty sure
huh?
the Darth Plagueis book says that outright.
Dang. I guess I gotta read that one too.
Yeah, because, I mean, if you think about it, that makes it even more poetic that his own creation threw him down that tube where he exploded, only to be revived again in Rise of the Skywalker.
Yes.
Nothing.
Yeah, you're right.
Truly
George
has gone
Lucas
for it.
is a visionary.
Yeah. I love how at the beginning of the sequel trilogy, they're like, yeah, we didn't go with George's ideas. Those liars. George had this plan from
that was his idea
77.
to say that.
Yeah. Man, that's so meta. Like, by them saying we didn't use his ideas, they were literally saying his idea. Man. George, bless you.
Well, actually, they said they were going to use his ideas because he was Keeper of the Flame, but then he came out and said they didn't use his ideas.
Oh, so that even makes more sense. He's pulling the strings.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, he's a string puller.
Yeah.
It's George Lucas.
But yeah, so, man, we learned a lot here. Phobos was the actual creator, and that fucking, what was his name? Christoph Waltz? Gustav Wenbus? He just flew the damn
and don't
thing.
forget Boonta.
Oh yeah, Boonta. Now, Boonta was a highlight. Boonta, gonna have to do some extended reading.
So was he the god, or was that somebody else?
No, Boonta he wasn't an actual god, but he was a Hutt that reached godlike status. Or status, as they say in Star Wars. But,
status.
Let's see. Although technically illegal, but often controlled by the Hutts. So, this is sort of like a mafia thing. It's like if the Godfather...
For sure.
Did they have racing in the Godfather movies? I mean...
I think in the video game
I know Al Pacino's Italian girlfriend blew up in a car like Rat's Tyrell, am I right? She's smoking in the embers. But, pod racing flourished during the rule of the Galactic Republic. Of course it did. Particularly among planets in the Outer Rim and on worlds such as Malastare. We don't know that shit. Ando Prime. I don't know much about Ando. But yeah.
Oh, dude, you will.
To tease some of the racers that we'll talk about in future episodes, who are some of your favorites from the game?
Oh, dude, the greats. You got Gazgano, you got Mars. Whoa! You got Clegg Holdfast, dude. You got, Saboba, of course, but he's kind of overrated.
Oh, wait a sec. Who did I say Vince Diesel would be good to play? Did I say Ben Quadraro?
Oh, Odie Mandrell, dude. He would be a good one.
Odie Mandrell. I think I got him confused with Gasgano. Because then I said he's got the neck for it. I was thinking of Gasgano, I think.
Oh, well, Odie Mandrell has a neck. That's
a good point. If anybody has a neck, it's Odie Mandrell.
Yeah, he's got a neck. I mean,
I forget what he looks like.
Not as long and thin as Gasgano, but...
How would you describe him?
Who?
Odie Mandrell.
Odie? He's like this, cool, laid-back, pale guy with, long ears. And
okay. Actually, it still applies.
He's the one who's, pod racer, or pit droids run into the pod racer and blow up.
I thought that was Gasgano.
And he's like, oh... No, Gasgano, I think,
you're right. Yeah, they're both just really tall and skinny. That's why I got them confused.
Yeah, they tall.
Not
all aliens, dude.
Not all aliens. Yeah, I'm looking at some of the concept art for Odie here. I wonder if they named him after Garfield's dog friend.
I think they must have.
And then Mandrell, that's like a kind of monkey, so it's like they had animals on them.
Yeah, he's a dog monkey. He kind of looks like a dog monkey, actually.
Oh, well, there you go. Sometimes they're a little on the nose. And also, you covered in your character spotlight. How Anakin, that's how we first meet him as pod racing, and then he leaves the planet. But that wasn't the end of pod racing.
No, it weren't.
No, it was.
He had
but anyway,
a whole long career.
Yeah, tell us a little bit about that.
About Anakin? Well, dude, I don't want to plug here, but hey, we may have a video for it if you want to go see the.
Yeah, I want to tease it so people get interested and they go watch it.
Korea.
Yeah, I guess that is a tease enough.
The Boonta Eve Classic,
Yeah, Boonta Eve. So when he came back, did he race in the Boonta again?
I think he did. I think he went back just for a little, just to get the, reins of it. Because he's like, I conquered this place before. Let's see.
I bet you it was
how
kind
my
of
Jedi
like
training has helped.
I bet you it was like Lost, where like he and Obi-Wan were on Coruscant, like in the city with the Death Sticks guy, and on the TV they saw like an ad for pod racing, and Anakin saw it, and then he looked at Obi-Wan and he went, "We have to go back." And Obi-Wan was like, "What? We have to go back? We escaped from that place. You didn't want to be a slave." He's like, "We have to go back." Because he just couldn't get the racing out of his system.
He couldn't.
He
He's
was
a racer.
A racist, born and raised.
He was.
Born and raised.
He is.
So yeah,
he was a racist up until he became black, and then.
When you die and get reborn as a black man, that tends to happen. But remember, it was when he was white.
Unfortunately.
It was when he was white that he killed an entire village of sand people.
Oh yeah.
So let us just keep things in perspective here. But that's pretty much a good intro to the world of pod racing here on the Podracecast. We'll probably either spotlight some pod racers or spotlight some planets or customs. But anything else you want to say on the subject before we close out this inaugural episode?
I just want to do a quote from one of my favorite pod racers, Mawanik. Keep all three eyes on the road, as he says.
Hell yeah. Now this is talking about pod racing. Talk to y'all later.
See ya.